What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Randy here, and I'm back with another video. So I just wanted to update you guys on the latest winter storm that is currently taking place across Texas to the Carolinas. So I just wanted to update you guys. Right now it's roughly around 12:30 p.m. And it's currently, still being winter storm back towards Texas right now. It's making its way across, Tennessee, Arkansas, northern Mississippi, parts of Alabama, Georgia, and making its way to the Carolinas around this evening. It was apparently on the radar. I don't want to really believe that, but it could have happened on the other side of the town. It was freezing rain around 11:15 where I live. I live more in the coastal part of North Carolina, so we're mainly getting rain because warm air was pushing in from the Atlantic. So that's what's going on. So I'm gonna update you guys on the latest watches, warnings, and advisories that's been issued by the National Weather Service. After this storm, there is the potential of another storm going to be breaking out across the south again in about a week. I don't know how true that is because we're coming into February and seeing snow in like Louisiana or back through Texas again, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, potentially Florida, and the Carolinas going into February. That's crazy. You normally would start transitioning to getting a little bit more warmer days because March will be coming right around the corner too. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and update you guys on the latest watches, warnings, and advisories. So let's go ahead and get into this. So the latest watches, warnings, and advisories from the National Weather Service is gonna be right on here. So let's see, New Mexico is back under look like a winter storm advisory or winter storm warnings for you guys. Most of Texas is under winter storm warnings. There is look like a extreme cold warning for you counties near near Mexico in Texas. Again, most of Texas is under winter storm warnings. Ice storm warnings for East Texas. Going through most of Louisiana. Southern Louisiana is going to be dealing with extreme cold warnings. Most of Mississippi is under a extreme cold warning with ice storm warnings in effect. 3 counties in Mississippi is only under a winter storm warning. Arkansas is under a winter storm warning, except 4 counties is under a ice storm warning. Sorry about that. Tennessee, most of Tennessee is under winter storm warning. There is scattered ice storm warnings for certain counties and winter weather advisories for the eastern Tennessee along the border, the state line of North Carolina. Alabama is under winter storm advisories for most of the counties. Well, for some of the counties, and only 3 counties under ice storm warning. Georgia, including Atlanta, is under ice storm warning. South Carolina is under ice storm warning. Along the coastal part of South Carolina, there will be winter storm advisories. There is ice storm warnings in effect for North Carolina. It look like around the Charlotte area too. Winter storm warnings for most of North Carolina, and eastern North Carolina is facing winter storm advisories. You go up here in Virginia, most of Virginia is under well, all of Virginia is under winter storm warning. Same with Kentucky, West Virginia. So as you guys see, New York, Pennsylvania, those areas, you see most of North is under winter storm warnings because that's expected to transition into snow. New York City over here is under winter storm warnings as well. So most of up north is under winter storm warnings at this moment. Florida, you guys ain't look like under really anything under other than a wind advisory look like, especially around the peninsula. So you guys gonna have to be really careful out there. Don't know how strong the winds is gonna be. Most likely gonna be driven from this storm, but I don't expect Florida to see anything other than wind. But most of you guys down here in Florida is actually really quiet, probably warm. I know where I live right now is 32 degrees. That's the high for today. So I see why it was freezing rain, because I think 32 degrees is freezing temperature. So I think post transition rain later on, after some more mixing comes through, then basically rain as the temperatures are expected to rise throughout the night to 38. So that's a little bit above freezing, so it's going to transition into rain. I don't know if I said all of Oklahoma is under a winter storm warning right here, and most of Kansas. A few counties in Kansas though is under a winter weather advisory, and looks like a cold weather advisory too. So the 3 counties in Kansas that's under a cold weather advisory, I would not rule out that being transitioned into a winter storm warning or a winter storm advisory for you guys that's in the like a Carolina blue right there. So with that being said, this is literally what's been going on right now. It don't look like too much has changed on the National Weather Service. I expect this to really remain the same. If there's any slight shifts in the track, I will update you guys and let you guys know. So make sure you guys stay vigilant out there, because this could be a deadly event for some states. Especially, I saw this broke out across Texas yesterday evening, Friday evening, but it's still going on right now as we speak. It seemed like it really didn't let up too much, but it's making its way across to the Carolinas. I think it's snowing up around, Asheville area, but it's mainly going to be ice. I guess that's why they put them on a ice storm warning. But it's like basically in the mountains of North Carolina, there is like snow showers or flurries is flying around. Not much expected along the coastal part of South Carolina and the coastal part of North Carolina at all. You guys mainly gonna be dealing with rain because of moisture from the Atlantic. One man's pushing in, especially you guys in certain counties like New Hanover. You guys might see a little mixing, but you guys that's around like I guess Wrightsville Beach or stuff like that, and New Hanover, which house Wilmington, North Carolina, you guys that's extremely on the coast is probably going to deal with mostly rain. Same with you folks in Pender County, Onslow County, let's see, Carteret County, Craven County, those areas, especially out in the Outer Banks, most likely going to be a lot of rain. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just want to update you guys. Nothing too much again changed on this. Oh, let me go ahead right here. Off the coast of, let's see, look like Florida. Let me make sure I got that correct before I say it. There is a gale watch in effect for off of Florida, just north of Miami, basically. But that's Fort Lauderdale, something right there. But off of Florida, going all the way up to Pender County. There is a Pender County, North Carolina, in Wilmington. There is a gale watch in effect right now, but then there's also, I guess I go further out, off of Georgia all the way up to the, Southeast Virginia. There is look like a gale warning in effect, so you guys gonna have to be very careful on that. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be notified each and every time your boy upload a new video. Again, I don't see too much tweaking in the warnings and advisories and watches as of right now. As you guys see on the screen, mostly been the same from yesterday, so it's basically locked in. You folks that's in the Carolinas, be really vigilant. I think there's going to be 3 days of remote learning across the state, especially areas more inland like around Raleigh, Charlotte, Durham, Fayetteville, Asheville, Greensboro, Winston-Salem. All you guys is expected to get hammered by this storm. So, but you folks in coastal North Carolina and look like coastal South Carolina, you can even look at the far southeastern part of South Carolina. There's not under any advisories at all, or warnings or watches. Coastal North Carolina, you can have a little mixing here and there, but it's going to transition to rain. I would say, for you folks back through Tennessee and North Carolina, it looks like this is going to turn into rain around the last minute. But ice and stuff already have fell, so I don't expect too much snow across North Carolina at all due to, I guess, the shift. And there's a little bit more warm air coming in. Now, you folks in coastal North Carolina, I would say one thing. Including my area, we was supposed to get stuff like that, but you got to really understand right here, since you're so far close to the Atlantic, there was warm air getting pushed in. I think if it wasn't because of the moisture that was off our coast, we probably would have been joining in with everybody else. But it looks like because that warm air, that moisture was off our coast, like it's pushing in more warm air, and exactly just wasn't cold enough for us. The cold air has to get through the mountains of North Carolina, and if I'm not mistaken, it takes about, you folks from the coastal part of North Carolina, like New Hanover, Onslow, Pender, Craven County, Carteret, I think that's about 6 hours just to get to the mountains of North Carolina. So it has to get through the mountains, struggle to get through the mountains, travel through the center part of the state, then make it to the coast. Now it's about a battle along the coast, because again, you're along the water. So you folks like in South Carolina, North Carolina, you're getting like that warm air from the ocean. So gotta be vigilant. You look like it was like a win and then a loss for us winter weather fans, because it looked like it would have been more of an ice event, but you really didn't want ice to become an issue, because ice is worse than snow. I'm pretty sure most of you guys around North Carolina was hoping for snow. It might start off as snow for some of you guys, but it won't last at all. as all snow, it's going to transition into ice and sleet. So you really wouldn't want that. You got to see winter weather, but you really wouldn't want that because ice is worse than snow. So I would say it was a win for coastal South Carolina and North Carolina by the ice totals. We wouldn't really be seeing much ice. However, it was also a loss if you want to see winter weather. It was a loss for me, but I would say I have to be fair because you know, last year, coastal North Carolina got up to 4, 5, potentially 8 inches of snow when the other part of the state didn't get any. So when it like snowed in Louisiana and stuff when it came up the coast, this next storm could be something similar. I would not say 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inches will possibly fall around coastal North Carolina, but there is moisture keeps showing up, and it is cold air going to be in place, and it is a possibility. But I won't rule that changes as we see what happened about 3 days before this event. So you know, you're just gonna have to stay vigilant. I will keep you guys updated on that. But there's literally something there that's look like it's ready to go in. Now it do look like it probably will be suppressed a little, so it won't really bring too much of an effect. Probably at far south as Wilmington. If this do play out, I'm not gonna really bank on that one too much because we are days out, and this is really gonna be an East North Carolina event when they come up the coast, and potentially through Florida and then Louisiana and Mississippi and Texas and Alabama. But I really won't bank too much on the Carolinas because, again, you're too close to the water for that, and it's going to be mainly an Easter event. So if we about, I guess you can say, like a day out, then I will, you know, tell you guys, oh, this is going to happen, most likely, because you can't really make too much changes about a day out. That would be a miracle if you ask me. So keep you guys up to date. Make sure you stay vigilant. Hurricane season, it might be a little interesting this year. I would especially say from Florida up to the Carolinas, so you're gonna have to really be very vigilant with that. Just want to update you guys on the latest storms. Again, I do see the potential of a next one that could favor the areas that didn't really see much, especially around the Carolinas, but again, that could literally change because they're just too close to the coast, and too much warm air is going to be coming in potentially if it plays out like that. But again, cold air also will be in place. How strong it is will depend if that low pressure stays offshore, because it's just too strong, and then it just be a miss or just some light flurry. So that's something you guys just gonna have to watch out for. That's something I advise you guys to make preparations for. If I come back on here and say this is going to happen. Now if it don't, I probably won't mention it, but most likely I probably actually will. Oh, I see right here, unless it's just update, I did not see 3 counties in Mississippi is under winter storm warnings along the state line of Arkansas. I did not see that. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that. Oh, fog advisory has been issued for southeastern Georgia too. Southwestern Georgia, and southeastern Alabama. I see right there. So sorry guys, my allergies are bothering me. So with that being said, I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified each and every time I upload a new video. I'll keep you up to date on this latest storm. So far I didn't hear anything about no power outages happening right now, but I would not rule out somewhere between Mississippi, well, East Texas to the Carolinas, especially the Carolinas, to see a power outage somewhere. I do not rule that out at all. Sorry, again, my allergies are bothering me. And again, I am tracking that potential next storm for in about a week away, around the same time next weekend, around the coast. It just depends if we stay with the cold air, if it's not too strong, and if the low pressure makes its way in and, you know, do its things. But literally, something is out there, you know, ready to have a party for us, for the ones that missed it. But, you know, don't want to hype it up too much just in case, because I'm pretty sure it's going to most likely change. Probably going to switch to like, what, 70-degree weather, potentially, if that happens. So with that being said, it's your boy right here. I know I held y'all for almost 13 minutes. It's your boy right here, out.